Right, airspace. Clear the helmet. Get the tip out. Just about out. Reel in the last bit and release. Easier with the gloves off at the moment. Pop. Slide back a wee bit. Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Ross, what are you doing? Not a good approach. I've seen worse. Keep flying! Not bad actually. Launching! Now, will you remember to check his reserve? Remember to check your reserve! Low ground speed. Zero brakes, tiptoe. Same as always, less brake. Launching! So coming in, hard lean, keep the speed on. Go around. Definitely interesting here. Rotate top right. Drop the weight and forwards, ease. Take your time, either tip drop or the safeties. And what's the procedure if you're using the safeties? Yep. Yep. Nope. The choir, you could do that, or you could turn on the choir. Yep, but once you've got them, the trick is push. There. Check the reserve, but the key is to get it going frontal or close to frontal, because all the energy's out of the wing. It's just sitting there, just ready to drop. Check the airspace. Slow pop to get it into the air. Recheck. Not looking at the wing. Still hanging back a bit. Slow turn. Some pretty good flying there though. And after the first bit you were looking around quite a bit, which was good. Initially I didn't see you looking around enough. It's good though. And properly flying feet wet without getting wet. How far out were you? Oh, it looked like you were further out. North Sea. Technically North Sea here. The leg strap needing a bit of fettling. Right. Fly down the gully. There's quite a lot of gusts up in the moment. Get down in the shelter, warm up a bit. Conveyor belt. Launching! Incoming. Zero brakes. Wait until the wing lands you. Yeah, it's pretty gusty at the moment. Yeah. Good call to get out the sky then, I would say. I mean, it might well get back good again, but when you look at the water out front, definitely looks a bit tasking, and as you can see I'm staying low so I can get out quickly. Tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. Launching. It's a bit lively, because if I don't want to go up, I don't go up. Well, so you're on video. There's one of the sites, the farmer was a wee bit on the, actually it's changed owners a couple of times since then, but he knew about me. So he came up on his quad bike and I was literally right foot on the left hand bar, like, you know, and oh, you can come up any time you want. Yeah, but it's like landing to chat to somebody on the side of Bishop on a good lifty day, and I'm just standing there, and they're going, "How the hell are you doing that?" So there. And yet, you know there's lift. Yeah. So I've seen me, sitting there on St Cyrus with the wing about 30 degrees forward. You just like an armchair. Because it's where I position the wing. The wing's pitched forwards. So if I change the position of the wing, it'll go up. If I pitch it back forwards, because when you're flying it must be above it. I'm using the harness. So I can put... Right, so it's just tiny bits.
What are you doing to stop it getting the lift?
What I've started is what I did a minute ago that makes the difference. At the moment I've got the wing pitched down, so it's forward in front of me. Because the bottom of the wing produces lift that's downwards. So there. Background's physics. See what a lot of, if you look at the books, they'll tell. Yeah. Yep.
How can you control the pitch of the wing?
By moving.
Just by your moving?
Yeah. It's physics. Yeah. I mean that's what all my videos you see constantly saying harness control, get off the brakes. I mean I do stuff that literally people tell me is impossible. I had guys saying, oh but I'm an aerodynamic engineer, I work for Boeing, so this isn't possible. And I do it. And I do it on any wing.
It's a pretty big finesse touch.
Yeah, but it's not the touch. It's not that.
Right.
It's the risers.
Right, leave the brakes alone.
Well, it's a little bit gusty for that. But it's all about where the harness is. So there I went back. So if I want to bring that down, if I look at the wingtip, I'll warp the middle of the wing, but then I slow it down. Now I can control the pitch where I step. So there, plus step forward, that's enough. I want to keep it down, I don't want it to shoot up, hence the turn in the harness. Now I've only got half the wing, so it's a wee bit trickier. But I mean, I have spent more than 20 years proving that physics rules, not what somebody who didn't have the slightest clue what they're talking about wrote in a handbook years ago. But it's so subtle. Yeah. But I mean, I've got. But I mean, I had a student who was killed in the helicopter crash in Nairn, and we were flying East Lomond at the top. There was a few folks out, and they were sort of, I asked one of the guys, I said, okay, how long do you think this guy's been flying and training with me? The guy said, what, a year or so? He said, no, it's his third half day. And he's just, the guys are just like, how the hell do you do that? It's hammering into them. Don't look at the wing. Get off the brakes, harness control. Physics simply does not care what some book says that wasn't written by somebody that has the slightest clue. 95% of what I teach, I've been hammering this for 20 plus years, 95% of what I teach directly contradicts the BHBA than it used to be. You know, so you've got 20 years plus of improvement of the equipment, you've got mobile internet, we can look at wind turbines on the hills and all the rest of it, and their accident rate is increasing. And yet they'll, oh, you should buy this wing, you should pay us more money because it's safer. Well, things are only safer if they produce less accidents. The equipment's better, but the training's just as bad as ever. And I'm not the only person that says it. I know BHP instructors I get on really well with, and they say the same thing. And even worse is this, they tell me we have to teach this if we want to remain in the association. Yeah, what the hell do they think they're doing? But it's definitely, yeah, that's on the limits of what's appropriate. So there, as you can see, we know there's loads of lifting yet, but if I want to stand up, if I want to take off and go up, if I want to fly faster, I stay this way, crossed, or increase the drag on the pilot. Launching! I mean, like of that, was there any sign of the glider wanting to turn with that big asymmetric? Launching! Yeehaw! Missed. Yeah, missed again. Yeehaw! So, plans. It's still flyable here, but